they're looking for a quick bounce back here against a strong Regina team. What do you expect from today's game?
Honestly, I think today is a really good spot for Lethbridge to kind of measure where they're at for sure. But in reality, it is another opportunity for Regina to show that they are going to be contenders and that they are as good as the Albertas, the Calgarys, the Saskatoons, if not better than they are. Right? They want to make that push. We talked to Michaela, the interim head coach of the Regina Cougars, just last week, and that's what she said that these seniors want. They want to make a push for the playoffs. They want to make a push for that national title. So hopefully that'll assert their dominance tonight from them. But more than anything, we're hoping that Lethbridge can give them a good competition, show them that they're not, that their record is not reflective of the team that they are.
And they certainly can do that. They split the season series last year in Lethbridge. Lethbridge were able to win the first game in this series by 5, before Regina would go on to win the second game by 6. As we take a look at the standings, sort of. I know it's early, but it's not too late to look at the standings. Regina currently sitting in 3rd place, tied with Calgary, who Regina are going to play later on in the season, and who Lethbridge, as I mentioned, just got swept by. They're going to be a contender as well. Obviously, Saskatoon at that very top. You kind of imagine that Regina looking upwards as opposed to where they are at the moment.
Yeah, we just saw a quick flash of them there, but you're 100% right. Right now, this is the warm-up games. Okay, here we go. Saskatchewan, Alberta, Calgary, Regina, right? Obviously, Regina, Calgary, same record, same amount of games played. Alberta is 4-0 and Saskatchewan 5-0, right? So right now, one thing that they do in high school basketball with scheduling is they kind of want to push those more difficult games towards the latter end of the calendar, almost in like a way of being able to gear up for those big games against those Calgarys, against those Albertas, against those Saskatoon, the University of Saskatchewan, I guess I should say. But though it is definitely strategic in the sense that they want to come into those games with momentum. They don't want to just be like, oh yeah, we'll just play them at the beginning, right? Because it's not indicative of who you are as a team quite yet. They obviously are trying to find their footing under interim head coach Michaela, who has done a great job coaching them so far. She does have some phenomenal players on her side as well. Jade Belmore, Karen Miskey, and Izzy Foost, in my opinion, the big 3 on that team. But definitely interested to see what we're gonna see from Lethbridge, if anything. I think we were talking pregame. Turnovers, big thing for their team as well. Hey.
Yeah, they trailed the turnover margin 8-5. Obviously, only playing 4 games across the weekend, but that's a pretty big difference in margin. Calgary, they do kind of tend to steal the ball and cause a lot of turnovers. As we take a look across the West, this one of the first games across the evening, but the others will be starting here in just a second, including Calgary, Brandon, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Mount Royal, and Winnipeg as they get their seasons underway, as well as Victoria, UBC, Trinity Western, UNBC, and UBCO and UFV. You can catch all those matchups on Canada West TV, brought to you by BioSteel. But also, continuing as you were talking about with the scheduling, Regina play University of Saskatchewan, University of Alberta, and the Calgary Dinos across 4 of their last 5 matchups to end the year. They play Calgary the weekend of January 9th and 10th. They play Alberta January 23rd and 24th. And this is a really interesting thing that I think is going to have a lot of hype going towards that part of the year. They play the University of Saskatchewan in a split. They play away to Saskatoon on Thursday before coming home on the Saturday in a sort of a prairie clash of that sort. So I know they've done it with other sports, as we get to see that opportunity here. Also worth noting that Lethbridge, after losing the first 2 games to Brandon, they did come back pretty well to get a big win against the Brandon Bobcats, 84-77, for losing just narrowly by 4, 65-69. Regina, bit of a recap for their season. They played their first week games last week with the Manitoba Bisons by a score of 87-53 and 83-51. So a lot of confidence going in for the Regina Cougars. And at this time, we will now turn it down to PA announcer Mitchell Blair for the singing of the national anthem. we get ready for the tip-off here from Regina, we'll take a look at the officials. Chris Brischuk, Andrew Sharp, and Kylie Howard will be manning the floor in this evening's game. Starting lineups for both squads, as they'll get announced here in the building as well. It'll be Ray Redman, Haley Ailman, Courtney McKee, Mari Matuli, and Abby Stonehawker. Abby Stonehawker shooting 43% from the field, averaging 8 points a game as well as 9 rebounds in a contest. Ray Wedman shooting 4 of 10 from 3 across the early points of the season. And Courtney McKee averaging 14.3 points a game as a third-year guard. As for University of Regina Cougars, they'll start things off with Taylor Gottslig, Kara Miski, who leads the team in points, Rachel Vanderhoof, Izzy Foost, and Jade Belmore, who this weekend has a serious chance to make history.
Yeah, 100%. 44 points away. We'll keep a track of it here from the stands as the atmosphere is electric here in Regina, Saskatchewan. But 44 points away, definitely not a difficult feat, you know, especially for someone like Jade Belmore, averaging what she is and being the impact player that she is. Just a note though, if she isn't able to do it in these next 2 home games, she is going away to play for the national team. And so she wouldn't be able to do it till after the winter break, which is coming up here, which I know a lot of students are looking forward to.
And she'll be representing Canada in Mexico in just a couple of weeks, so it'll be these 2 games for her to get that 44 and become the program's all-time leading scorer. As a quick early shot coming in from Ray Wedman is offline, and quickly Regina come down the other way. Izzy Foost will hold up the offense, play it out for Kara Miski from 3. She gets rim on that shot, and it'll go out for a Pronghorns possession. But Kara Miski, 17 points a game to start the year, 7 assists, as well as 2 steals. She has been a textbook guard that the Cougars have been looking for. Cougars in white, Pronghorns in black. Pronghorns attacking right to left, Cougars left to right. There's that shot again, just offline from Ray Wedman. And now it's Miski, always a threat, hands it off. Gottslig in the corner, can't hit anything on the way down. Coming in for the rebound was Vanderhoof, and she's able to force the jump ball, fighting with Mari Matuli, who leads the team with 7.5 boards a game. And Regina will take it on the end line. Played out Vanderhoof. Miski waves off the screen, all the way around for Gottslig. Back up top, Izzy Foost. Regina just got to get a shot off. They do. It's not a bad one, off rim. Belmore fights in for the rebound and is able to get it. Miski draws the help. Now it's out for Vanderhoof. And can't get the pass, but it's off of Pronghorn and out of play. As we head about the first 90 seconds through, we are scoreless.
Yeah, if this is how this game's gonna go, we are in for definitely a back and forth game. Very fast paced to start off here.
Vanderhoof trying to go up. You know, the defense there was Matuli. So shot clock at 3. Regina got to get a shot off quickly. They do for Gottslig. This is for 3. That doesn't hit anything on the way down. Regina get the board, but a shot clock violation on the play.
Yeah, I think right now what Regina needs is just to settle down, not to rush anything. Feel out Lethbridge. So far, I think they've gotten some good looks. Spacing isn't quite there. I think they're clogging up the lane just a little bit too much, panicking when they have the ball. So hopefully Regina can clean up those errors. As you see Lethbridge come down here, great pocket pass.
Nearly a travel. They go out wide for Wedman. This is out for Hale Ailman. That hits front rim, and Kara Miski there for the rebound. Miski going all by herself. Gets a good pass out for Vanderhoof, the mid-ranger. It's front rim, and there for the board, it's Matuli. Wedman coming the other way. And that'll be off of Gottslig and out of play. So Ray Wedman so far taking a lot of early shots here in her first year. From it, the guard from Edmonton. Started running this offense. Now she's in the corner. As driving in, this is McKee. She has that shot go up, but no good. Vanderhoof there in the defense. Belmore will be the one to bring it up. Makes a move, goes to the corner. Foost, pump fakes. All the way back around Miskey. Gottslig in for Belmore, draws the double, loses it for a moment, but a whistle and a foul, the first of the game. And I believe this one's going to go on Alman.
Yeah, I think Regina definitely need something right now. They're a much better scoring team than what we've seen so far, but Lethbridge has been phenomenal. Not necessarily in transition, but definitely in the half court, running their offense, getting good looks, and so they have a lot to be proud of so far.
Spinning and getting the shot up was McKee. That's no good again, as we almost had 3 minutes in here, yet to find our first basket. Gottslig there on the steal, up against Ailman. Ball loose and a jump ball. It's going to go Lethbridge's way, but Regina able to force it out and get the possession to swap. As we see sort of that turnover margin that I mentioned in the opening kind of come to fruition.
100% right now. It looks like, looks like the ref just clearing up. No one had possession of the ball, so they reset the shot clock there. But yeah, this has been a scrappy start to the game, but good defense being played by both programs here. Great move in the corner.
This is McKee going up through some contact, but it looked like Miskey got all the ball, and now she's got a lane coming the other way. Kara Miskey into the post, draws the foul and gets the bucket to go.
And one. Great move. I think definitely selling as if she wanted to dump that pass so the defender couldn't 100% commit. Just looking as she was running, making sure that her teammate was alongside her, drawing enough attention to her so that way it would have been a lot easier for the defender to be in two minds there. Great move. Great job by Karen Miskey for sure.
And Miskey draws the three-point play. That's a few substitutions coming in for Lethbridge. Miskey averaging 17 a game. Coming into today, averaging 80% from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Now Lethbridge coming the other way. That one poked out by Lily Van de Graaf, now on the floor. This is de Klerk into the post, the hook shot no good. Regina gets the rebound cleanly. Eden Wells now with speed coming the other way. She will hold up, play it for Belmore. All the way over, this is Miskey, down low, Van de Graaf. Miskey guarded by McKee, trying to go down low, but it doesn't find the intended target. Ryan shoots, And now it's the Regina turnover. 3-0, and Wells gets the turnover. The steal, holds up. Quickly down low, shoots! Is able to draw the foul, takes a bit of a spill coming out the court. But she'll have a chance to head to the line for the first time today.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Great cut from her, and I think it was Kara Miskey that made that pass, no?
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful vision from her, just being able to recognize the cutter there. That's not an easy pass to make by any means. As she's able to convert the first free throw, that's what you want to see. Confidence booster through and through once you see the ball go through the hoop like that.
Ryan Schutz has only played 24 minutes across the last 2 games. As we get a violation by Regina on the second shot. She's 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 6 coming into today from the line, averaging 3 a game. As quickly, Pronghorns get the pass up. And another steal under the net. Regina coming back the other way. This is Wells. Guarded by de Klerk. Miskey. Lily Van de Graaf, good active hands, and that was stolen away by Asia Wells. Passed up for McKee, going up. Miskey's there, and trying to recover was McKee. Stepping out of bounds as she did so, and it'll be another Lethbridge turnover.
Yeah, Karen Miskey, phenomenal active hands. She just able, not even initiating contact, like she's going away from the defender or from the attacker as she's stealing the ball, which is incredibly impressive.
Wells trying to go up. It'll go off the hands of Marnie Matuli and stay with Regina here under the line. Shot clock down to 10. Miskey to inbound. Lethbridge playing the zone. They go up top for Wells, guarded by McKee. And a whistle on a foul on McKee.
Lethbridge coach not happy with that call at all. He's just shaking his head. I think he's thinking probably Karaminsky fouled or on the other end of the floor when making that steal, but no. Officials have been great so far.
To Miskey. Guarded by McKee. Pull-up shot from Schutz, in and out. Van de Graaf looking to go in for the rebound. Fighting off it is de Klerk. And it'll go off of her and out of play. So we had a sibling rivalry last week with the Futzes, but now today we have the Asia and Eden Wells, two former Harvest City players here in Regina. Also worth noting, Asia Wells, a Briarcrest Clipper alum. She won a bronze medal in the ACAC, as going up for that shot with Schutz. Really well defended down low by Abby Stonehawker. And quickly trying to get it up to Wells in the corner. And look who's there, her sister Eden, to knock that one away. As now Brenna Metz will come in for Regina for, I believe that's Miskey.
Yeah. Crazy. There, a little bit behind it, but that tip, it's just pure anticipation, being able to recognize.
McKee goes up and draws the foul, so nearly halfway or more than halfway through this opening quarter, Lethbridge has a chance to open their scoring off the Lily Van de Graaf foul. So Courtney McKee to the line, averaging 14 a game this year from Sterling, Alberta, the third-year guard. Last represented Team Alberta in provincial play, as she's able to hit the second. And the score is now a Regina three-point lead. Wells to the corner for Metz. Lethbridge still in their zone. Regina want to get it down low. Van de Graaf trying to go for Schutz. It's off her hands, and Belmore can't save it.
I think right now what Regina needs, especially Lethbridge playing a 2-3 zone, they need more ball movement around the perimeter if they want to be able to feed it into that high post. Because as of right now, there's no movement around the perimeter. It just seems like they're kind of stagnant because they are looking for that entry pass so much. As Jade Belmore there. Foul as she's trying to reach for the ball there.
Now they called that a jump ball.
Oh.
Karish got the return pass, and Belmore was able to get a hand over the ball to get the whistle.
Phenomenal.
So Regina will come back the other way.
It's even better if you're a Regina fan, that's for sure.
Wells again trying to go in the post. There's the steal from Stonehawker. Regina still just trying to drive a wedge into this Lethbridge zone. See if the Pronghorns can do something going the other way. McKee steps back for three. This one from deep. It's double rim, no good. Van de Graaf comes back the other way. Now Lethbridge start a bit of a press. Vanderhoof goes down low. Going up for that was Izzy Foost. A little too much on it, but Wells on the lackadaisical pass nearly punishes the Pronghorns the other way, but a tough layup won't go. And now she'll get called for the foul as Lethbridge come the other way.
Yeah, that unlucky, but there's a lot of contact there for sure. Oh. Bit of an issue there with the shot clock. So sounding off there, but no, definitely unlucky. I think the refs just calling it closely because it is such a scrappy game to start out here, but no. Great way to steal the ball. Definitely lazy pass. Punish the error.
As Karish's pass there misses, and it'll be staying with Regina. So a low-scoring first quarter, 4-1 is what this first quarter reads. And you'd imagine that those turnovers and the scorers on the floor are going to be that much more important. As Foost will pull up from the paint. Long rebound will be won by Metz. Going for Wells, trying to get to the corner. Guarded well by Karish. Now the double comes. This is for Vanderhoof. Down low, Foots. Oh, for three, it's de Graaf. No good. And Lethbridge get the board cleanly. This is de Klerk. All the way over. Karish loses it, picked up by Stonehawker. In the post, guarded by Vanderhoof. Back around, fakes the three is Karish. Or excuse me, that's de Klerk. Trying to go in the post. It looked like Aylman was standing out of bounds, tried to save it. No whistle as Wells comes the other way. Shot clock to 17. Here's a three put up, too short. Rebounded by Stonehawker. For de Klerk. One more Karish. And a blocking foul. It's going to go on Wells. This is an issue we saw in that first game. She picked up quite a good amount of fouls, playing as a very active guard. And now she'll see her way to the bench.
Yeah, two fouls early on here. Definitely not what you want to see if you're Wells right now, but it is the defensive intensity is definitely there, 100%.
Whistle and another jump ball. I believe that was again Miskey diving on top of that. Attack in the paint from the Pronghorns. Still a one-score game. They'll go back up top. Ailman makes a move. Works away and sees an open shot. Will take it and just hits back rim unlucky. Now Taylor Gottslick back into the game. Guarded by Ailman. All the way across Miskey. Back in Vanderhoof. Nearly stolen away by Ailman. Going up and around for Gottslick for three. That's off to the left. Foose the rebound. Van de Graaf guarded really well by Wedman. Here's a three put up in the corner. That's no good. And it's rebounded by Cricky. Wedman gets a screen, sees an opening, slips. Might have been tripped. No whistle for a travel either. Refs say play on. Back up Wedman. Shot clock to 9. Gets a screen, gets a shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Gottslick. 90 seconds to go in the quarter. As quickly, they'll play up for Foose, but it's just out of her reach in a chaotic last few minutes.
100%. Honestly, right now, both teams just need a basket. They've had great looks because they have either in the painted area, just about the free throw line. Regina had some really good shooting opportunities from three-point, but just hasn't fallen in. I think that's why they're using the press just a little bit more, just so they can force a turnover, maybe get a layup and get themselves going again.
Here's Wedman trying to see a lane and another jump ball. Kara Miskey getting her hands in again. Or excuse me.
No, I think
they did call the foul.
No, I think you're right though. The official on the baseline called the jump ball, but the official on the far scorers table side, they're the ones that called he's the one that called the foul.
Yeah, so they did give that a foul to Miskey for a hold. That'll be her first. Both teams down to 4 in the quarter. As McKee trying to work her way into the post, draws the foul and gets continuation.
Goodness gracious. Talk about finishing through contact. That was not an easy thing to do at all. Phenomenal drive, too, just to give herself enough room to operate, to take a lane, find a lane. Fortunate not to convert that free throw there, though.
And McKee, all 3 points that Lethbridge have scored have come through her. Regina trying to answer, coming the other way. This is Gottslick. In for Vanderhoof, faces a bit of pressure, gets doubled, and just throws it away. Wedman's there to take it. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Wedman. Takes it up the right side. McKee guarded by Gottslick. She gets a screen. Now evens herself out. Drives in, goes to the corner. Wedman wants a three, guarded by Belmore. Goes out for Stonehawker to knock down the 2. And Lethbridge lead for the first time today. Belmore up for Miskey. Gottslick as again Lethbridge play that zone. Regina just trying to get a shot up. This is Josie Valley now into the game. Belmore looking for the post, and Gottslick is able to get the shot to fall. The clock expiring, shot goes up, and it's going to be no good. So a low-scoring first quarter, but Regina see themselves up by 1 after a late Taylor Gottslick layup. 6-5 is our score here from Regina. We will be back for more Cougars Pronghorns basketball after this on Canada West TV and CBC Jam.
Drink Biosteel, the right fuel.
most unforgettable day of the year. A message from the Government of Canada.
So the Cougars and Pronghorns coming back for quarter number 2. They scored a decent amount of points in their first games, did really both teams, but it seems like in that first, really slow coming out of the gate for both teams.
Yeah, honestly, I think in terms of intensity, it was up there for sure. And the amount of looks that they got, phenomenal from both sides for sure. I think, if anything, it's just unfortunate that they didn't score. As we look at the head-to-head stats here, 0% from 3, 14 rebounds from Regina, 8 turnovers apiece, but no bench points. I think it's just there's just been a lid on the basket, and that zone has just been working ridiculously well for Lethbridge. I think it's the reason they've limited Regina to as many points as they had, because they do operate in the paint, as we saw, I think, last week.
Regina with 4 offensive rebounds. Lethbridge have yet to get one as Belmore comes in and gets it to go off the long wait on that layup.
Beautiful move from Jade Belmore.
Now it's Courtney McKee. We've got 3 of the 5 in the opening quarter. He's losing it here will be Wedman. Miskey going in, can't get that layup to go. So Regina up by 3, 8-5. Pass errant to the corner for Ailman, guarded by Belmore. They work it around. McKee gets a screen, puts up a 3. That hits back rim. She's able to get her own board, fights through Gottslig, fights through some contact, and nearly gets a highlight reel play. Belmore sets up the offense. Again, Lethbridge working in that 2-3 zone. Regina have really yet to find a way to break it. Vanderhoef trying to go down low for Foost, and that's how you do it. Gets a great cut from the forward. And the second year from Winnipeg gets it as Belmore gets a steal and is able to get it with the help of Taylor Gottslig on the other way.
This is exactly what they needed. Just get the lid off the basket, get a couple easy buckets. Beautiful reverse from Foost there.
Gottslig guarding McKee. McKee gets a bit of space, gets a lane, and gets it to go off the rim, but that's all. Regina on an odd man rush. Belmore wants to go down low. Wedman was there to knock it away. And now Miskey's there to fight for it and draw the jump ball. It'll stay with Lethbridge. But again, we see that intensity, and so much intensity that Lethbridge coach Dave Wachnuck is going to use his first time out of the half.
Yeah, as he should. I think that a couple of those points are, I don't want to say fixable, but definitely they're preventable, I think is a better word. That baseline runner, especially when you're playing that high post, low post in that dunker spot there, it has those three defenders, both on the wing, on the baseline, and that center, they have to have their head on a pivot. So many times they just get beat because it really is just that one offensive player stepping, coming from behind, in like, I guess their blind spot for lack of a better word, and then sure enough they get the ball, right? But when you have a passer like that they don't even need to take a step forward, they're all behind the defensive line there, just to really flick it in, and beautiful finish from Izzy Foost, absolutely unbelievable. So that also helped as well. But I think that right now I think he's just bringing them back to basics. Keep your head on a swivel. Make good passes. Make sure you're not picking up your dribble early, because realistically, that's all Lethbridge need to do to avoid those costly mistakes.
And Regina, in just 2 minutes in the second quarter, have matched their entire total from the first of 6. 12-5 is the score. McKee, she's got 3 points today, goes for Asia Wells. To Clerk. Gets knocked down on that pass from Foust as the hook shot doesn't hit anything on its way. But a smart play from, I believe that was Wells, to knock that off of one of the Regina players going out of play, and it'll stay with Lethbridge. Shot clock at 1.
Yeah, this is going to be rough here.
They get the touch in, and they get the shot up. It'll hit rim, but Regina get the rebound.
Man, if that would have gone in, that would have been one heck of a highlight.
Gottslig to Belmore. Julie van der Graaf getting ready to check in. Foust, shot no good. Vanderhoof gets the rebound, gets tripled, and gets poked loose by Wells. Aylman there to recover. McKee. Out to the corner, here's a 3. The Clark is no good. Miskey. Lee passed out for Belmore with a bit of pace. Coming down the other way, tries to save it. It'll go right into the hands of Aylman as Lethbridge work the odd man rush. This is Wells in the post. Around for McKee. She puts up a 3, that's wide left. Another bit of a scoring drought here as Belmore with 4 points today looks to change that. And you'd imagine her chance at history and the spot as the program's all-time leading scorer is somewhere in the back of her mind, but at the moment, she's just looking to will her team to a victory as Kara Miskey knocks down the triple.
Beautiful shot, just recognizing she had enough room to just pull the trigger there and let it fly from three-point land. Great shot.
On the roll, it's Matuli. It'll be a tough layup by the way as Miskey with a free basket, and she's able to punch it in.
Beautiful, just leaking out at the right moment, but it's starting from Regina's, not offense, from their defense. Being able to get rebounds and then just get out in transition starts at the defensive end, so they're doing great at that.
McKee, the mid-ranger, is no good, and Regina get the board, and this is the game they want to play on that fast break to beat that zone before it can set up as Foust is going to draw the foul. This is going to be on McKee and be her second.
Oh, just a Lethbridge player there. Looks like she rolled her ankle or something.
Yeah, Aylman is walking gingerly to the bench as she gets substituted off.
Hopefully she's doing okay as she hobbles away, but back to the basketball. I think, yeah, right now, Jade Belmore definitely in the back of her mind, but Regina just, as we were talking about their defense as well, just got to tidy up there. But amazing to see from both teams. Lethbridge just unlucky that they haven't scored. They've had really good chances as well.
And this is a pretty good one there. Does Lethbridge on the other way. Now they'll have to force the turnover. Or an errant shot as Van de Graaf loses it there, and Wedman gets that turnover. All alone, come the other way, and gets the layup on a few bounces to cut the Regina lead to 10. Now on the floor, it's Alexin Ward. Van de Graaf goes to Ward. Shoots, goes the give and go, the mid-ranger to Brenna Metz. It is up and in.
Deep mid-range as well, but great execution. Just realizing the roller had more space than what she did.
Stonehawker's 3 is no good. Shoots, gets the easy rebound, and a Regina trying to go the other way, and a whistle is going to be for a foul on DeClerc. Just a common foul, not a transition, as the players were back and ready to defend. So some early foul trouble, as that'll be the second of the quarter. And a whistle for a kickball. Regina currently leading by 12. And coming into today, you would assume that Regina, on the record and with the record last season and with the preseason power rankings, that they should be leading. But do you feel like they should be satisfied with the performance they've shown in this first half, as Metz trying to go down low, can't get it to fall, and it'll be Lethbridge ball?
I think that's a great question. Honestly, if I'm Regina, I want to give myself a pass a little bit. I think they should, because they have been somewhat unfortunate to not be able to get the ball through the basket, because they have had looks. But these, I would say last 2-3 minutes, I think, will really dictate whether or not they should be unhappy with their performance. Because they have turned over the ball a couple more times, and because they haven't had the same shot quality as before. So I think that would really determine what a pass, what a pass down low, right there from Shoots, beautiful. But yeah, I think that's really the only determinant in my opinion.
The defense has certainly been good for Regina. It's just about converting on these open looks. DeClerc misses her dribble there. Shot clock down to 8. They go down low as Valley was in with the hands. Ward, the lead pass for Van de Graaf, who cleans up on the other end.
Beautiful lead pass. That's how you play transition basketball right there.
And they've played transition really well, have Regina. Fast break, they've scored 5 points. As Van de Graaf brings it for Ward as they bring it across. 3 minutes to play in the half. Metz. Tries to work it in the post. Ward, this is for 3, and this is good. Alexa and Ward gets her first bucket of the day, and it's a big one.
Yeah, they definitely need that. I think the second three-pointer of the entire game too. So hopefully this gets them going from deep. They have good shooters. Regina does. Same with Lethbridge. So as I say that, unlucky.
Shoots, gets the rebound as Regina again look to break 3 on 2. Shoots wants to go with pace. Now she'll have to hold up. Regina 2 of 11 from 3. And make it 3 of 13 as a whistle and a timeout for Lethbridge. It'll be their final of the quarter, or their final of the half, excuse me, from the Pronghorns. Regina 29-7 is the lead.
Yeah, and warranted. 100% warranted. So far from what I've seen from Regina, they haven't been defeated. They've kept looking for the right shot selection rather than just forcing whatever comes. I feel like there's a little bit too much rushing. As we look at the coaches poll here for Canada West, we look at Lethbridge in 11 and Regina in 5th. So there is a little bit of a discrepancy in terms of the coach's opinion as to where both of these teams are. But the first quarter, I guess, was not indicative at all of what we were going to see in this game. As 29-7, Lethbridge had good looks. In some aspects, I think they've settled a little bit too much. A few too many step backs, a few too many flashy moves. They've gotten to the rim here and there, but I think, like you mentioned, Regina's defense has been holding them off at bay, and so that's definitely made a big difference for them.
Yeah, the Regina defense. Let's take a look at some of the stats. They've got 10 steals as opposed to Lethbridge's 9, 1 block to Lethbridge's 0, 13 bench points from Regina. And he said that wasn't really a big factor in the first first quarter. Here in the second, it absolutely has. So 2:22 to play in the second frame. Regina still trying to work this press. With Valley now switches off onto Metz. Wedman tries to get it across, just does. Ball loose, but McKee is there. Shot clock now inside 10. Stonehawker. Round Wedman. She'll just pull up a 3. That's in and out. A good look. A good shot, but just unlucky to not get it to fall. Under 2, this is Ward. Here's a 3 put up from the corner by Valley. Regina get the offensive rebound. Work it for Metz, guarded by Wedman. Back for Metz in the corner, but she can't handle the pass. She would have had an open look if she got it cleanly, but just off her fingertips in that play. As Jade Belmore works her way back to the floor.
Just a little bit unlucky there, trying to catch the pass with one hand so she could guide it, go straight up afterwards, but like you said, fumbled the pass there.
McKee goes across for Wedman. Working against Ward, a whistle and a defensive foul. It's going to be on Ward to put Lethbridge to the line.
Yeah, and hopefully this will unlock Lethbridge's shot making just a little bit more, because a lot of their shots have rattled in and out and then been able to just easy rebounds and then Regina gets out in transition. I think if the ball would be going into the hoop with the amount of looks that Lethbridge has had, I think we'd be looking at a much different score and a much different game.
Wedman hits the free throw to cut the lead to 20. This is Metz in the corridor, guarded by Wedman as they go quickly to the post for Vanderhoof, but again, a bit of an errant lead pass results in the turnover.
Yeah, just a little bit too much there for sure from that lead pass. Sorry. But honestly, can't be unhappy. They're finding the right passes. They're making good looks. Obviously, it's a little bit of a risky pass when you're passing through traffic, but it is what it is. Don't gamble, you can't win.
Asia Wells now into the game for the Pronghorns. So here comes Wedman. Over for McKee. She'll get the screen from Wells and the switch. Karish now under a minute to play. Karish, give and go, just a little too strong on that layup. Matuli was there to pick up the rebound, but Belmore gets some pressure and gets the steal. Metz. Back for Belmore, an open look, an open three, can't quite knock it down. Rebound for McKee and a whistle and a foul. Brenna Metz with 7 points is going to get whistled for her first harm.
Yeah, she's not happy with that call. I wouldn't be either because it's a little bit frustrating when you're trying to stay out of the way, but you still get in the way. But definitely a foul, so nothing you can really do about it. Brenna Metz having had a incredible stint here in the second quarter as well.
Now whistling a loose ball foul. It's going to be the third on the Cougars. I believe this one's going to be for Alex Ward. As we're trying to put a few more scorers on the floor. Gottslig now back in to replace Ward. They go quickly down low. This is McKee. Gets back her dribble and misses the dribble. This is Foose coming the other way. 3-on-1 for the Cougars. Underneath, it's Belmore for the lay. Her 6th of the day. Karish just gets it up for Wedman, and this is turned over. Miskey underneath, it's Belmore again. She's got 8. And that'll end the quarter. A good run from Belmore with 2 straight field goals. The steals from Miskey, she has 8 today. And Cougars on the verge of a bit of a blowout. A slow first quarter, but a dominant second. Regina 27 points in the second frame. They lead this one 33-9, and we'll go to halftime. We'll be back with more Canada West basketball here from Regina. It's Cougars and Pronghorns on Canada West TV, brought to you by BioSteel and CBC Gym.
Drink BioSteel, the right fuel.
Unatapinit, veroktuit, verokseat, atani.
Masjinem naganot.
Awase kikana waje chigan. Kinawend ondaje. Ashit jitagong.
Wabrokshishikti ayeskusiwuk.
Moi pihtago sitsik piho bas isigana nihtaich.
Ninwe neboyang ka kwatkwak gishgadwan.
Ningiba madizamin. Ingiga kenda amen gibi da bang. Gibanga shimod gizes.
Sag higuyak. Mina egi sag higuyag. Ego appin. Epimishiniag. Ima Flanders a kig.
Mksawadwinin daninin madnutieg. Dana madnuksiegig. Gilwo de gekbamiptuinen.
Ne yo dirlode. Anagon ya hasa.
Si qu'on cause la fouet avec qui sont morts.
Motsnegi ay wepenan a tanurten to leflar uta Flanders misawapagwan.
Games evolve. Players evolve. Teams evolve. And fans, they evolve too. But our team pride, it hasn't changed. In fact, it is the very thing that connects us. And united, we play.
For 60 years, this game has defined Canadian university football, a tradition rooted in heart, grit, and pride. This year, the Vanier Cup returns to the West, to the heartland of football. Regina is ready. Let's show them how we do football. More than a game, it's tradition.
Discover your passions and prepare for the future at the University of Regina in the faculties of Arts, Science, and Media Art and Performance.
Expand your horizons through fieldwork or internships, dig into ancient questions or cutting-edge debates, all while sharpening your critical thinking and communication skills in the Faculty of Arts.
Experiment and discover with the Faculty of Science. Learn how to analyze and research and gain hands-on experiences in our laboratories, cooperative work terms, and pre-professional programs.
Explore in the studio, meet fellow creators, and experience new ways to express yourself in the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance.
Learn new approaches and experience new perspectives to help your creative expression flourish.
No matter which faculty you join, you'll develop skills for success
And have gained new hands-on experiences to help you find the right path for you as you move forward into the future.
I'm Dev Panchal. I'm a fourth-year film student at the UFR. I came here in Regina back in 2017 from India and finished my high school here, and I'm here since then. So the creative media team at the University of Regina is made up of students from all different faculties, and we are responsible for live event broadcasting for events at the university, which include our convocations for spring and fall, and our varsity sports events, and any other events happening at the UFR. So my current role with the creative media team is a director and switcher. So I switch cameras, I am in communication with the team staff, I make sure that everything is operated nice and smooth, and I'm responsible for whatever goes onto the broadcast. I think this has expanded my skills, so I can not only go into film and TV, but also get a career in this live event broadcasting. I think my biggest learning since the involvement in the team is my people skills. I think I have interacted with a lot of students from different faculties, different backgrounds, which I was not able to get in my own class. And I think just talking to people, learning from them, learning from their experiences is a skill I value. So this hands-on learning experience has helped me open doors off campus. Some of them is working with the sports team, such as Saskatchewan Roughriders and other media production companies in the province. I think creating media team is a great opportunity for hands-on learning, just because it gives you the opportunity to expand on your skill sets. Everyone brings different skills to the table, so I think they all come together to create a collaborative work environment. So I would recommend all students to explore hands-on learning opportunities that are present to them.
My name is John Littlebear. Uki Nastuna Danako Bidochkami. That's my Blackfoot name, which interprets to Eagle's Call or Eagle Speaker. And I'm a fourth-year student in the Aboriginal Health Program at the University of Lethbridge. 4 or 5 years ago, I made the decision to come back to school, and it's probably the best decision I've made. It basically saved my life. Coming from the reserve, you deal with a lot of addiction, you deal with a lot of substance abuse. I've been affected by it throughout my growing up, and I've made some bad choices. I was heading down a wrong path. I knew I wasn't going forward in the direction I wanted. I wasn't feeling proud of myself or proud of the life that I was living at that point. So 5 years later come now, it's sure changed my life around for the better. And it's taken a lot of hard work to be where I'm at, but without the support from my parents, my peers, my brothers and sisters and all my friends, I wouldn't be at where I'm at right now. I have daughters and a son, and I just want them to be proud of me that I accomplished something. Knowing that my children will be there when I finish and I walk across that stage, that's one of the proudest moments. I can't wait till it happens, So I'm just thriving and moving forward to that day. I just want people to know, no matter where you come from, anything's possible. It's never too late to turn your life around and to move forward in a positive way.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
I was just about to deploy to Bosnia for a 6-month peacekeeping tour, and I did a retreat. It changed my life, and it gave me tools to really face some challenges and also discover 8 other women. Some of them are my best friends. I wanted to do that for women veterans. I wanted our own place to have these retreats, and so I bought the Pepper Pod, converted it into a retreat center for women veterans. And really, it's all about coming here and getting to know yourself through the eyes of 8 to 10 other women. The Veterans and Families Wellbeing Fund has enabled this because, it's very expensive, and so they have given us support. So we are able to offer all the programs here for free. Everything is an excuse to network and to build a strong network of women veterans so that the next generation of veterans or soon-to-be veterans know that we're there for them. We're going to help them, we're going to mentor them and be their allies and their sisters in arms and their coaches and colleagues.
And welcome back to the Center for Kinesiology, Health and Sport on the University of Regina campus for a game that's very quickly turning into a bit of a blowout here between the University of Regina Cougars and the University of Lethbridge Pronghorns. From women's basketball, Canada West action, Canada West TV and CBC Gem, as we take a look at the 25-26 kind of statistics. And the big one is the 2-0 versus the 1-3. Regina currently sitting tied for 3rd in the Canada West Prairie, while Lethbridge down in 7th, and shooting a lot better from 3. They're even out rebounding a team that's statistically a little bit bigger and has a better rebound advantage game to game and opponent to opponent in Lethbridge. And Regina, even though it didn't look like it in that first quarter, only being a 6-5 quarter, yes, you heard that right, 6 points to 5, Regina just completely blew out Lethbridge in that second, and it shows.
100%. I think, like we were mentioning, as soon as that lid came off the basket, it became unstoppable. It was the floodgates were opened. It became this unplayable game. The Cougars were untouchable in that second quarter. Lethbridge, though, they have had some good opportunities, and like really good opportunities. A little bit towards that end of that second quarter, there was give and go, great little dump pass to the cutter, and it just missed the layup. That's all it was. And so I think that a lot of it definitely was just a little bit of lack of luck.
And Lethbridge certainly weren't afraid to put up a few shots, putting up 26 in that first half to Regina's 34. So that margin not that different, but field goal percentage-wise, Regina shooting 41%, they've made 14, and Lethbridge only shooting 11. They've only made 3 field goals. 3 of 5 from the line, though. They've turned the ball over 15 times, which is equal to Regina. Regina, however, scoring 14 points off of those turnovers to 8. As we take a look at the overall standings, Regina kind of left out of that top 10. You wonder if that's got to be a bit of a chip on their shoulder. But, you know, taking care of business in games like this is super important. As I'll continue on the statistics, Regina out-rebounding Lethbridge defensively 22-10, offensively 6-1, and overall 28-11. And that was a margin that Lethbridge actually led by across the first 3 games, leading by 4 games, leading by 5.5 per game. Regina 9-2 on fast break points. They've really won in the post despite that Lethbridge zone. 20-4 they've had points in the paint. Bench points 13-0. Lethbridge, their bench just hasn't really come alive yet, and they're going to need to if they want to have any chance to come back in this game at all.
Yeah, 100%. They need, especially production off that bench, as I think we were talking about it, Haley Alleman. I think we were talking about her earlier. She did go out injured, and it looks like she's not going to come back to the game, unfortunately. So they definitely need that support from the bench now more than ever.
Regina with the first possession of the half. This is Miskey, and is able to draw the foul in the post. Miskey had a really good first half, putting up 8 points on 6 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from deep, and going 100 from the line. Quick pass out to the corner. This is Foost for 3. That one's just a bit off, rebounded along by Wedman. Wedman with a team high 4 points, 1 assist on 1 of 6 shooting. Work it all the way around for McKee. 3 points, 3 fouls. She goes in, draws the contact on Miskey. That'll be her second and put McKee to the line.
Yeah, just a really good recognition of the space she had, being able to attack it. But Kara Miskey doesn't really need to worry about that foul. We're in the 3rd quarter now, so she's got a little bit of leeway, but she's just got to be careful. She is a very good defender, but she can be overly aggressive at times, trying to reach and try and get that steal, so she just got to watch out going forward now.
She has been the main perpetrator in a lot of these Lethbridge turnovers, and that's only the 2nd foul on Miskey. Except for Foost to the corner. Taylor Gottslig guarded by Karish. The post and around. Belmore for 3. Just in and out. But Regina get the offensive board from Gottslig. Miskey. Almost a lob there for Foost. Near turnover. McKee trying to fight for it. And it'll go Lethbridge's way.
Yeah, unlucky there. I think one of the things they really need to clean up, if I'm Regina right now in that zone, I'm looking to, when I get it into the middle right there, into that paint, I'm looking to pitch the ball out fast before they have an opportunity to recover. If I'm Lethbridge, I'm not letting those second chance opportunities happen, especially on those rebounds.
Vanderhoof gets a hand in to get the steal. The lead for Belmore is not going to be in time.
She got to be careful not to hurt herself the way she's jumping over that.
Almost ran into the chairs on that back end line.
No kidding.
Now we see Regina again, trying to get that press. See if Lethbridge can get out of it, and they don't. They just do. It's just going to be off of Miskey and out of bounds.
Just a little bit of a bailout there, but what can you do?
But they get the steal here with Gottslig fighting for it. The Lethbridge guard, I think that was Wedman, nearly falls over. But down low, it's Belmore. She's got double digits.
Almost seems like the team is aware that she's also really close to that point record and kind of wanting to feed her a little bit more as well.
She just needs 22 out of the next, or 22 in each game today and tomorrow. She's already got 10. If she were to get that 44 that she needs, she gets the steal, and she's got a lot of grass. And a net in front of her that she gets the layup to.
10 more points this game is what we're looking at.
That is all she needs to get halfway there and set her up to a good position for tomorrow. But right now, all she's thinking about is closing this game out. Karish, Belmore. Stonehawker working in on Gottslig, draws the double, puts up a hook shot, and is going to draw the foul. The shot clock down to 3, really smart defense from Stonehawker, the 4th year.
Yeah, 100%. I think right now, Lethbridge they just need to be a little bit more physical. They're not cutting very well from what I've seen. I think they cut, but they're getting into the lane of the person who they're passing the ball to. So there's no extra real estate that they can kind of drive into as they convert both free throws there, I'm pretty sure. Yes. And so, oh, sorry. Just 1 of 2 there. Apologies. But, yeah, I think they just need to tidy up those things, put their bodies into their defenders a little bit more, because clearly it worked in that last play.
Trying to go down low, it's Hayden. Vantaland working in on Wells in the post, and the first contribution from Hayden Vantaland, the first-year guard, is a steal and a bucket. Miskey, Belmore trying to get the roll. There's an active hand in from Lethbridge. Regina will stay with possession. Shot clock to 8. Belmore. Switch on to DeClerc. To the corner, it's Miskey for 3. Knocks it down.
Bang, bang. As Mike Breen would say, love that guy. Definitely wide open. Kara Miskey, not lacking confidence at all to be able to make that shot. Me personally, I have that much room. I think I'll overthink it a little bit too much, but recognizing not only the space, the time, but the opportunity she had, she let it fly, and it was just straight cash money, as the kids say these days.
Yeah, it's certainly familiar territory for her. That's her second three-point field goal today, 2 of 4, excuse me. Belmore looks to answer, and she hits front rim on that three-pointer. Long rebound. Lethbridge are able to win it coming the other way. This is Vantland. High off the glass. It would be a tough one if she got it, but she doesn't. Miskey waits, now sets up the offense. Belmore quickly for Ryan, shoots. All the way over for Wells. Has an open look, couldn't get the pass cleanly. Handoff in for Belmore.
That's 12. Right? Or 14?
13.
13. Love it.
Or excuse me, 14 for Belmore. As a whistle and a blocking foul is going to, as a few changes are going to be made. That'll be the 3rd on Wells, as Belmore will take a quick seat, making way for Lily Vandegraff. Vantland. 2 points already today. All the way around for McKee, and a whistle and a foul down low. I believe this is going to go on Shoots, and that'll be her first.
Yeah, just unlucky there. I think just hand checking just a little bit too much, and so when she went up in the air, hand checked just at the wrong time, getting called on that pushing foul.
Going up for the mid-ranger was McKee. Hits back rim, but draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. Lethbridge already have Regina up to 5 fouls in the bonus in the quarter. You feel like that could maybe be a way they chip at this lead.
100%. Game's not over yet. There's a lot of basketball left to play. They just got to make the free throws. I think that's the key thing. But right now, what's going on is phenomenal. McKee being able to just attack. Someone needs to do something different in order to make a change and, like you said, chip into this lead.
Lethbridge shooting 6 of 11 from the line after that trip. Shoots. Guarded really well, gets it out for Wells. She gets doubled. Miskey spinning with the screen. Beautiful kind of off-ball screen. Van de Graaf gets the rebound. Here's a three put up from Wells. That's good.
Phenomenal. Just, and the shot clock was low, recognized that the shot clock was low. Honestly, was just able to catch, shoot, and she was set enough already. Wonderful.
And on the other end, another foul by Regina as Brenna Metz gets ready to come into the game. It'll be on Schutz. It'll be her second to once again send McKee to the stripe.
I think that's Stonehawker.
Or excuse me, yes, that is Abby Stonehawker. Misses both. Now it's up for Miskey. Trying to work in on DeClerc. DeClerc gets the rebound. Winning that defensive battle. McKee all the way over Vantland. Through some contact, and that's going to be on Miskey. Trying to get her hand in again with those steals. She's done it so far today. Vantland able to protect the rock and go to the stripe.
Yeah, I think unlucky there. I think they called a lot of jump balls as well, but Lethbridge looking like a completely different team with the amount of liveliness that they've somehow injected into this team, into this offense. They're pushing the pace a lot more, not only in transition, but once they get the ball into the opposite half. If you notice, they're trying to make these quick passes to unsettle Regina a lot faster and then attack the rim a little bit more, which is fantastic to see.
Lethbridge still working that zone. Wells draws the double. Shot clock down to 6. Miskey tries to look for Metz. That pass deflected by Stonehawker. And it's up for DeClerc down low. Beautiful attempt from McKee. Just falls in and out. Really well worked shot. Wells. Van de Graaf. Wells looks for a three. Vantland, good perimeter defense. Here's a three put up from straight away. Not enough on it. Asia Wells the rebound.
Yeah, close there from Kara Miskey. Just a little bit of a heat check from her for sure.
McKee has that one stripped away by Miskey. Wells is there to collect. Back up Miskey, draws the double, shoots, draws the foul as McKee came in hard on that one. Trying to get that steal. That'll be the second team and the fourth on McKee.
Oh, jeez.
So she'll make her way off.
I did not think that she had 4 already.
Yeah, so the game high, or the team high 5-point scorer is now off the floor. Van de Graaf loads up a triple and gets it to fall. Really well worked from Regina. They are making it rain from three-point land.
Yeah, phenomenal to see. They finally found their groove. Only took a quarter, but this is just great basketball to watch.
Van de Graaf with the steal. This is Metz from 3, and that's just off. She's got 7 today. As de Graaf with good pressure on Karish. She'll get it up to Ray Wedman now back in the game. Up against Alex Ward. Vantland down low. So a Regina player got a hand to it. I think that was Schutz. And here's a shot put up from 3. Rebound by Amelia Roberts into the game. Misses one, gets her board, puts it back. Nearly gets the steal. She can't keep it from going out of bounds.
Just got to give Alexin Ward her flowers there. Just able to fight over the screen there. Timeout charged to the Lethbridge Pronghorns here. Going back to Alexin Ward, just fight over that screen and not shy away from that contact, especially when the screener is such a bigger presence. So phenomenal to see. As we look at the assist leaders.
Yeah, Kara Miskey, 7 a game.
Phenomenal to see from her, but she's always been like that. Definitely a creator for her team. Leads the team with, she leads in assists per game, but total assists, she's got about half of what Gage Grassick has. at the University of Saskatchewan. So definitely something to keep an eye on. To be fair, though, I think Gage has played a lot more,
Yes.
4 more games, right? Because I think they played 6.
Yes. Yep.
And so, yeah, that definitely has something to do with it as we take a look at our blocking leaders here. Not the volleyball kind, just the basketball kind. But the blocking leaders here, Samantha Hickey out of McEwen leading it. I'd be surprised if we don't see any of our Regina Cougars there in the next couple of weeks as they
Van de Graaff for 3. That's no good. Met the rebound. Works it out for Wells. She thinks about it. 3, draws the defense in, shoots underneath with the open lay.
Beautiful cut, beautiful dish. Great team basketball.
Ray Wedman on 4 points. Goes out for Lisa Cricky. Into the paint. High layup from Karish is no good. But a whistle, and as the rebounder went down, she's able to draw the foul and go back to the line. That'll be for Wedman. That'll be on Ward in her 3rd foul. So Ray Wedman on the day. 4 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. 1 for 7 from the field. 0 for 1 from 3. And coming into this free throw opportunity, she's 2 for 2 from the line. And make it 3 of 4. Wells up for Metz. She's a bit of a lay, cutting in really well. That was Wells. It was poked loose by Amelia Roberts and out of play. So under 2 to go, it'll be Regina ball. 50-15 is the Cougar lead. Wells gets it in some space. Back out Van de Graaff. This is a 3 from Ward. A little too much on it. Wells the rebound, or excuse me, that was Skricky the rebound. Wedman. Karish. And gets whistled for the travel, moving that plant foot just on the hop. And with a little over 90 seconds to play, Regina will come back the other way. So what do you think, if we see some more of the bench players towards maybe the start of that 4th quarter, what do you think that Lethbridge are going to kind of look for if they want to really make a comeback?
I think the only thing that they can do is the intensity in this 2-3 zone has been phenomenal, so they have to keep that. If they let their foot off the gas defensively, as Wells hits a beautiful 3-point bomb, they have to keep that defensive pressure. On the offensive side of things, the one thing they have to do is have better shot selection and not settle and turn the ball over less.
Wells gets the steal and goes the other way, gets the layup to fall. She's got 5 on 2 straight field goals, and the inbound pass is just going to be thrown away. Wedman was facing some pressure from Ward, but still that inbound pass just completely missed. And now Regina with another chance to really extend this lead, currently up to 40. If you want to talk about not letting the foot off the gas, you can certainly say that for Regina's defense.
No.
So Valley for 3, and she gets it to fall. Regina really playing well from beyond the arc, shooting 8 of 26. Lethbridge yet to make a 3-point field goal. They've only made 4 2-pointers across the game. Regina shooting 30% from deep. Wedman passes it off. Good one for Matuli. That hits back rim. Going for the rebound was Roberts, but she can't keep it in. 12.5 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, just tough break there. I thought that was going to go the way of Lethbridge, but I guess I was seeing something. But
game clock down to 8. It's around for Wells. Shoots. Works it in the post. Looks for a shot. Looks for the foul, and she's able to draw it on Matuli, who's been kept rather quiet. Mari Matuli averages 7.5 rebounds a game, the 2nd year. She's a contributor that has been pretty reliable for Lethbridge, but hasn't really done too much tonight. Has yet to make a basket. Shoots with 3 points coming into the trip. Is unable to take advantage of the free throw opportunity. Truly the rebound, she'll hold it and let the quarter expire. So the score going into the fourth, it'll be Regina 58, University of Lethbridge Pronghorns 15. We'll be back with more Canada West women's basketball action after this on Canada West TV by BioSteel and CBC Gym. Back to Canada West TV, brought to you by BioSteel and CBC Gem for this presentation of Canada West women's basketball, University of Lethbridge Pronghorns and University of Regina Cougars. It's had the potential to turn into a bit of a blowout, and I guess that's exactly what has kind of happened here. 58-15, the University of Regina Cougars lead the Pronghorns. They're on their way to advancing to 3-0 as they look to really start something of a championship push towards the start of this season. They have definitely looked a better squad. Now it's just time for them to close out. Jade Belmore there in defense, but not good enough to stop the good cut from Courtney McKee. She has 7 points today as that one fizzles through the hands of, that was Taylor Gottslig who couldn't receive that pass. Something to keep an eye on is Courtney McKee with 7. 2 rebounds, no assists, 2 of 11 from the field. She does have 4 fouls. Leads the team in points. As she draws the foul going down the other way, it'll be on the floor. It'll be called on Gottslig and be her 3rd. Kara Miski with 3 fouls. She's got 11 points. And Jade Belmore, coming in today, just needed 44 points to break the scoring record for women's basketball here in the University of Regina. It'll go off the tip of Stornhawker's finger and out of play. But she has 14 at the moment, so she just needs 30 from the remainder of this quarter and the 4 quarters she'll play tomorrow in the Lethbridge rematch.
Yeah, and it's definitely something you want to see her accomplish. I think her entire team wants her to accomplish it, and so I think they might all be pushing, just trying to get her over that line so she can score those 44 points over this weekend.
Belmore, the 5th year from Regina, coming out of La Boldis all those years ago. Play over for McKee, makes the extra pass. Was worth noting, Belmore coming into the year, a bit of an injury scare. She had a lower body injury in the preseason that really limited her minutes there, as a foul is going to be taken by Wedman on the other end. That'll be her 2nd. But she's really played through it and has got to a pace that is really just normal for her despite the injury.
Yeah, thank goodness. I think not only are the fans, but Regina definitely has to be relieved as a university, as well as a foul called there on the floor on Abby Stonehawker, it seemed like. But yeah.
Nope.
Oh, guess
sorry,
not.
the PA announcer announced it as a Regina foul. That's not right. That foul was on. That was on Matuli. As that one's going to be missed. Stonehawker gets the rebound. Quickly, here comes McKee down the paint. Working against Gottslig. Can't get the first one to fall. Gets the rebound. The second attempt well short. This is Upper Miski just through her hands, and now Regina, they're just trying to push that envelope a little bit.
I think right now, more than anything, it's just being able to work through sets, work through presses, trying to figure out what works right now, what they need to fine tune for when they do meet these powerhouse teams, and especially when they're up the way they are. It's the time to do it, and hopefully they can get in some of their bench players so that they can get some extra looks as well.
Gottslig for 3. She's got 5. That's the 9th three-pointer Regina have made. Lethbridge still to make 1, as a blocking foul is going to be charged to Miski, be her 4th. And I would not be surprised if Regina elect to take her out, and here comes Eden Wells to replace her. So Miski, an impressive performance today. So that's likely or potentially going to be her last bit of action. 6 boards, 4 assists, 11 points on 4 of 11 shooting, 2 of 6 from deep. Here's McKee, 7 points, but she gets this one stolen away. Coming the other way, it's Gottslig. Through a bit of contact, draws the foul. As a hard foul came in the other way on McKee. That's going to be her 5th. And Gottslig will make her way up after a hard collision and make her way to the line. Or excuse, did they not call that on?
I guess not. It looks like they actually called it on Stonehawker. Was she the other one?
She must have been.
Yeah, I guess she was the other player that was down there at the same time.
So that'll be her first. My apologies on that missed call.
Yeah, usually the announcers are down where the scorer's table are, you know, so that they can see a little bit clearer. We're all the way at the top. Still a beautiful view. But just wanted to give a quick shout out while we can to our student crew here at the University of Regina. They're the ones tonight, the SRS 132 students are putting on the production. So shout out to you guys. I took that class. Matt, great instructor, but great class. Great opportunity to learn for sure. So just a quick shout out to them and for what they're doing on this production tonight.
Yeah, big shout out to them. They've done a really good job. So trying to take it up. Belmore to Wells. Lethbridge still working their zone as they go. Foust, Belmore for 3. That rattles in and out. Foust gets the rebound. She goes back up. She puts it in.
Beautiful, strong move from Foust.
Here's Matuli in all alone. She can't get her first bucket on this one. She does get the rebound as out to Wedman. Vantland with 2 points. Goes over for Stonehawker. Vantland, good lead for Matuli. A little too much on the layup. Contesting on the rebound, and Wells throws it off of the leg of Vantland. And out of play.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play there, 100%. So, I love the little no-look dump pass for sure. Just unfortunate for Matuli to not convert there.
6:30 to go. Worked into the post. This is a go over to Belmore for the mid-ranger. In and out, the putback is gonna fall from Rachel Vanderhooft. That's her first basket of today. Matuli, the handoff for Wedman. Working against Wells, gets some space, draws the help behind the back for Wells and draws the foul, and one.
Yeah, way to fight through the contact there. That was not easy, especially when it's from behind and they're pulling down on the ball like that. Not easy whatsoever, but just a strong play.
Yeah, and the former Briarcrest Clipper. A chance to complete the three-point play. Can't hit the foul shot. Nearly gets the rebound. And it'll stay loose and be for a jump ball and go the way of Regina.
Yeah, unfortunate not to convert the three-point play there. I think that's one of the things that may have plagued Lethbridge and one of the things that they may want to think about improving for tomorrow night. Just that free throw shooting. Like even if they're able to score a few more, I don't think that they've really scored them at a high percentage here. So
that one comes off the foot of Belmore now. But overall, what do you think Regina has done well today that they're going to want to carry into tomorrow that maybe we didn't see from that opening weekend?
I think, if anything, it really has been finding different scoring opportunities outside of just in the paint. Although that has been their primary source of scoring, they have been able to hit threes. They've been able to get out in transition. And it's something that they're good at, as talking about transition, as Jade Belmore gets out in transition.
She's got 16.
16. Yeah, definitely something to watch this weekend as she gets a steal.
Gets another steal under the net and draws the foul. Excuse me. That'll be the 5th on the team.
She gets 2 free throws.
And she'll go to the line.
Nope.
Yeah, they are going to put her at the line.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, sorry. I didn't think that. I just thought that they looked like they were lining in for an inbounds play, so I think the players got confused, and I did too. So, whoops. But I think that's really what they have to carry into tomorrow. Just because if you notice, when that 2-3 zone was really stopping them, they had to find a different way to score. They still cut it into the paint regardless, but finding that different way to score and working with the turnovers that they got was absolutely imperative.
Wells has it stolen away by Van de Graaf. No whistle. And now a foul, or excuse me, this is Kirky has it ripped away. And draws the foul that should put her at the line. It looked like Van de Graaf maybe forced to jump ball. They let that play kind of continue. She ends up getting the steal, and she will go to the stripe. So 5:13 to play. (29-22). Regina are winning the turnover margin, which is something we did talk about. I think that's slightly been inflated towards the end of this 4th quarter with Lethbridge throwing up a lot more long-range passes.
Oh, shot clock was turned off. That's the reason for the call on the floor there. They're just going to give it back to Lethbridge on the baseline. No, but I agree with you. I think these turnovers definitely have been from this last little bit.
The shot clock still not on now. It is on one end, turned off on the other. I guess just a bit of technical difficulties here in the building. As now comes back on with Lethbridge bringing it across. Vantland nearly takes an extra step. Wedman puts up a floater and draws the contact. It's going to go on Metz, I believe it is.
Yes. I think it's either unlucky or just clever play. I think it just happened too quickly for me to be able to tell, but noticing that there was, I think it was just a clever play. There was contact as she was trying to drive to the rim, noticed it was a blocking foul, and then immediately put up a shot, knowing that there was going to be a foul call on the play. Great board.
Really well done from Regina. We got it up to Belmore. Wells wants to maybe take a 3. Instead, they'll take a little bit more time off that shot clock. Van de Graaf loads it up. Wide open tray, and she does not make any mistakes with that one. She has 8 tonight.
You have to wonder how much firepower these Regina Cougars, their bench players, really have from 3-point range.
There's a 3-pointer that hits nothing on the way down. It'll stay with Lethbridge here in the end line.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have Valley, who has been shooting it at a very high percentage these last, the opening weekend, and then this, tonight she's 1 for 1, I'm pretty sure. I think she's only had a few minutes to play, but yeah, and then Van de Graaf just doing unbelievable things from 3-point land.
There's another 3 put up from deep. It's Alex Ward who gets it to fall. She's got 6 on the day. Good move into the post by Wells, gets it off. The pass into the paint and a loose foul that's going to put Lethbridge to the line. That foul is going to be on Belmore and just be your first.
Yeah, you have to wonder if the reason that Belmore's still out there is for that record specifically to get her as close as she can for tomorrow night.
She still would require pretty much a game-breaking kind of takeover performance where she stands right now for tomorrow night if she wanted to get that record this weekend. But I'm sure if you talk to her, she'd much rather take a 4-0 weekend coming out as she puts up a 3. That's just short. But she'd much rather take a 4-0 record coming out of the weekend than a record and potentially giving up a loss. Wedman is able to get it over, guarded by Ward. That's the handoff now, guarded by Van de Graaf. They don't switch off and go down low for Amelia Roberts. Rebounded by Belmore. 3.5 to play. Van de Graaf under the net. A good block. That was Roberts coming back the other way. You got a piece of it. And Lethbridge looking to finish strong. Karish, a whistle and an offensive foul for the moving screen.
Beautiful move, though. Beautiful move and finish by Karish. Just a little spin, a little jump hook. That was very nice.
Very good.
Fortunate not to.
As we got to look at the moving screen on Roberts. And now, before we see the final 3 minutes, we will get a Lethbridge timeout. That'll be their first of the quarter. So 75-22. What do you think Lethbridge are kind of be looking for into tomorrow that maybe they want to improve on, or they want to kind of base their game around that maybe they've had positives from tonight?
Yeah, Lethbridge for sure. If anything, I think their transition game has been quite good in terms of what it's been able to create for them. I think the one thing though that they started doing just a little bit too early was playing a little bit more of a more physical brand of basketball. We noticed, I noticed as soon as they started getting more into the painted area, and as they started to go at their defenders just a little bit more, created more opportunities specifically for the ball handler, but also for those cutters to just come in and make a little layup or have an opportunity to make a layup. And those ball handlers, as they were coming down and they created that space and they would be able to go into their defender, just gave them a little bit more room and definitely helped a lot more.
As you saw there, tomorrow Lethbridge Regina playing at 5 p.m. Central. Daylight saving times, I'm sure, messed up a lot of that. As there's a steal on the other end by Wells. Regina get it back. This is Ward. Up to Foust. Van de Graaf guarded by Vandland. To the corner, it's a 3 from Ward. She's good in that spot. Can't put enough on that shot. Rebounded by Schutz. Looks for an option. Wells is there to tip it away. It'll go off the deflection, so no over and back violation. Shot clock to 7. There's a turnover. Karish coming the other way. Van de Graaf thought about going in for the block. Karish can't get the layup anyway. As Ward fights through the double team. Player hitting the deck on the other end. This is Foust. Looks at a 3. Tries to go for the tight layup. Can't get the spin on it. Rebounded by Roberts. Vantland. In for Karish. She makes up her mistake from the last possession.
Yeah, and I think the last opportunity she had, I think she was expecting the contact from Van de Graaf, and then when she decided not to go in for a block there last minute, made a huge difference on how she approached her shot.
Here's a pull-up 2 from Schutz. She banks in. There's a few substitutions are going to come in. Belmore, is going to make her way back on after getting a few minutes to catch her breath. A minute 48 to play. 77-24. Regina lead Lethbridge. Wedman guarded by Ward. Karish trying to float a pass into the paint. But a whistle and a foul is going to be called against Roberts on Alex Ward to put Roberts to the line. It's the 4th against Ward.
Yeah, just got to be careful reaching in there.
Yeah, and Amelia Roberts gets her first point of the game. Lethbridge still to hit a 3-pointer. Feels like they've almost abandoned that. Going 0 for 13 in this game. Regina 11 for 33. Over 30% from deep. Trying to work to the post for Belmore. Can't get the contested lay. Nearly get the steal. Work it up quickly for Kirky. Wedman. Full handoff. There's a three put up. That'll hit back rim. Long rebound taken by Wedman. Karish. Guarded by Van de Graaf. Shot clock down to 7. Van de Graaf pokes it loose. Still out. Van de Graaf tries to put up a hook shot 3. And Miskey was there to make sure that wasn't even a possibility.
Yeah.
You don't see too many of those.
No, and honestly, I have to commend the Regina Cougars on how there's under a minute left to play here, and their defense has still been absolutely relentless.
And an offensive foul here coming the other way. Wedman got absolutely crunched on the moving screen. Belmore will get the second foul called on her tonight.
Yeah, just unlucky there. Wasn't set when the defender went into her.
So Lethbridge with the clock down to 45 seconds. Are going to play this one out. Work it around Wells to the corner. Here's a three put up. And just like the story has been all night, Lethbridge missing the three-pointer. Down under 30 seconds. Belmore into the paint. And unlucky not to get that one to fall. Valley tries to go down low for Alex Ward. Guarded tightly by Vantland. Belmore coming the other way is going to go to the line. The foul is going to be charged to that's going to be charged to Amelia Roberts and be her second.
Yeah, getting Jade Belmore to the line is ideal for them. I mean, there's 18 seconds left, and they're playing like it's a three-point game. The intensity's been incredible.
Now, they've certainly kept that press and that fighting for every single rebound. That mentality has not changed even a little bit. And she's able to hit both, and now she'll make her way off. A 19-point performance for Belmore. As with the shot clock off, we'll see the final few moments of potentially the last shot coming out from Lethbridge. They work it into the post. A high layup is going to go from Vantland and be her 4th point of the day.
Oh, shot.
And now Ward is going to hold it, and that'll end it. Final score here from Regina. University of Regina Cougars 79. University of Lethbridge Pronghorns 28. We thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's U Sports Canada West Women's Basketball Contest. Any more final thoughts before we head out?
Not many. I think Lethbridge has some good bright spots for sure, and I think if they can clean up their turnovers, same with Regina, honestly, but if they can just get the lid off the basket and be more physical, get into their defender a little bit more, I think it'll be the score would look way different, way different.
Well, with that, we say so long and good night from the University of Kinesiology, Health and Sport on the campus of University of Regina. We'll see you next time.